everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome to this video on a geometric sequence. Now in this particular video, actually let's go back a bit. We've already talked about this in my last video, so I've left a link in the description for you to go have a look at that later. But we've talked about geometric sequences, but now we're going to use the formula to work out the nth term and the 10th term. No pun intended, that just worked out that way, okay? And just down the bottom, I've got the geometric sequence. But let's refresh your memory on the different parts of a geometric sequence. So the first thing to note, this A is my first term. And we can see, since I've already got a sequence, the first term is 6, so that A is 6. The R is the common ratio. And how do we work out the common ratio? Well, let's look at this sequence. And how is it being incremented? Well, I'm clearly multiplying every term by 2. So I'm multiplying the last term by 2 to get the next term. And since I've been doing that, the 2 is the common ratio. So far, I know that A, my first term, is 6, and I know that R, my common ratio, is 2. It is not always multiply. Sometimes it could be divide, sometimes it could be with a fraction, sometimes it could be with a decimal, but it's really easy to find. If you get stuck and the question is really difficult and you don't know how to find the common ratio, here's a quick tip for you. Just take 2 terms that are consecutive and just divide the bigger term, the next term, by the term before. So for example, if I take these 2 terms, 12 and 24, and I want to know my common ratio, it's a simple job of doing 24 divided by 12, which is 2. That's my common ratio, and that is done. Like literally, it is that easy. Okay, so that's a quick tip for you if you get stuck. Anyway, let's get back to the question. Let's find the nth term. Well, I already know my first term and my common ratio, so let's go put them into the formula. So what we're going to have now is the an, which is my nth term, is going to be equal to the first term, which is 6, multiplied by my common ratio, which is 2 to the power n minus 1. Now that looks a bit nasty. Don't really like the look of that. So this has a power that's split. Now we're going to go back to a topic called indices to try and simplify this a bit further. You can check that out on the pop-out banner or in the link in the description at the end of the video. Go check that out if I'm about to confuse you, okay? Anyway, let's rock on. Now this here, I know that the only way I will have powers that are subtracting is if I was dividing indices before. So what I will end up having is 6 times 2 to the power n divided by 2. Now this 2 has a power of 1. We don't really need to write it in, because if you don't see a power, the power is 1. Okay, so if we're dividing indices and the base is the same, we normally subtract the power. So this in its simplest form is 2 to the power n, take away the power here, which is 1, and that's why that looks like that. And now I can simplify by cancelling the 2 into the 3. Do not make the mistake of multiplying these 2 together. Don't do it. It will get you into a world of trouble. Okay, simplify first. Now a number for a number, I can simplify that. So now I can cancel that 2, it becomes 1. It goes into 6 3 times. So therefore, that's my nth term. It looks simpler, it's nicer. Do not try to multiply these 2. Okay, that has a power of n, this has a power of 1, and the base is different, so don't. Okay, just leave it. All right, now finally the 10th term, and if you haven't guessed it, I just got to change the n to 10. So for that one, I'm going to say, so this is the first part of my question. Second part of my question, A10, the 10th term, is going to be equal to 3 times 2 to the power 10, which is going to be equal to 72. And this is now finished. So if that sequence was allowed to go on, I've only got 4 terms there. That 48 is my 4th term. So if I then times that by 2, then times it by 2 again, and so on, and get to the number in the 10th position, that number will be 3072. And just like that, guys, that brings us to the end of this video. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and also don't forget to hit the notification bell so as soon as another upload comes by, you will know about it. But for now, until I see you on the next one, peace.